Hello.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's only 100 men or more gonna hurt you.
Okay.
I miss the rain down in Africa.
I don't remember how this song
Gonna
goes.
take some time.
The Wright Brothers. Welcome to the Wright Brothers.
Yes, welcome.
This is your host. This is your host, Thomas.
And yeah, this is your host, Sam.
Damn it.
All right, we're here to do some writing today, and I never used a computer in my life because I'm a hapless jackass. But I assure you, I will find out by the end of this here episode.
Am I goofy now?
No, you're a hick.
Oh.
You
Is
prick.
Goofy kind of a hick?
I think he was just supposed to be an idiot.
Just an idiot.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, gosh.
Yeah, I guess that's not really a hick, is it? It's more just a... Is hick
Yeah.
a proper... Like, is it rude
No,
to say hick?
It's not.
It's not, like, really bad, right?
It's not like.
It's not nice.
Oh, it's not a forbidden word.
Yeah, okay,
no.
okay. That's what I was mostly concerned with.
I mean, it might have a few people coming after me, but you know.
Which is not where we're located.
I always forget not to say that.
Cool. So, how are you doing, man?
I am doing swell. How are you?
I'm so good. So, tell me about... Well, okay, as we do, we'll start the episode off with a little bit of just discussion.
Yeah.
Just, general discussion.
Why are you such a piece of shit?
I haven't figured it out yet. I think that... I can't even come up with anything. So, let's see. Big news lately. I have upgraded
To a
Mac. Yeah, I got a MacBook Pro. It's the 2018 model.
You're a big Mac now, aren't you?
No, good one.
Sue me, McDonald's. I fucking dare you.
God. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Like I got it. I mean, I got it yesterday, so I have barely any experience with it, and I've just been loading everything. And I have the one with the Type C ports and no USB, so I got all these freaking dongles. But yeah, no, so far, dude, the thing's awesome. But so still getting everything set up, getting everything transferred over, but I think I'll be very happy with it. And you just purchased something as well.
I did. I purchased a professional filming camera, the Canon AX11. It has not yet arrived yet. Well, interesting story.
Yeah, this is a good story. Yeah.
So I purchased it originally from one company. I'm not going to say who to say, not to make it cost anyone their jobs. But
the Wright Brothers cost me my job.
But I ordered it from a company, and the company they used to ship it, I won't give a name, but it rhymes with Bedtex.
What if there's another company that matches that perfectly?
Yeah,
And it's like, oh crap!
With my luck,
and they're all listening to it. And they're just like, oh shoot!
we gotta control the presses. But that company, the truck they were transporting my camera on, got wrecked. Tire popped off.
Get wrecked, truck. Sorry, that was terrible. That's so stupid. Is it the tires popped off? That's what happened?
Well, it was like it deflated and popped off.
Oh, wow.
That's what the email said.
Dang.
And so yeah, I got an email saying it's like, yes, unfortunately our truck has wrecked. One of the truck transporting your product has wrecked. We are currently assessing the damage and we will get back to you. Apparently my camera was destroyed in the wreck. And I did receive a full refund, so no harm, no foul. I mean, there was harm, but no foul.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I have since now repurchased the camera, and I am now awaiting for it to be arrived properly this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so life goes on, but the point is, you got the camera.
Yeah,
it's on the way.
It is on the way. We're gonna start shooting my movie, Solemn. Look forward to it. I don't know. It's definitely not going to be in theater. Well, I mean, I don't know. It might have a one-night showing.
It could be in a theater. Yeah, there's a possibility. Yeah, or maybe even multiple. Who knows?
Did I already say the title?
Yeah, you did.
Oh. Well, the title of the movie is Solemn. It is, and you may think that sounds dumb. It's not. Trust me. It is solemn is Latin for alone, and it is a horror movie. Think of it, Hereditary, the 2018's Hereditary meets Rosemary's Baby with a sprinkle of Neil Marshall's The Descent. That's the kind of movie I'm making.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
I'm guessing I know you've seen Hereditary.
I've seen Hereditary.
You haven't seen either of the other two, have you?
I have seen clips from Rosemary's Baby, and like I know the plot of it. I have not seen The Descent. I've heard of the title, and I've heard that it's good.
It
I've
is
not seen
so
it.
good.
Because that's with the Spelunkers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which Neil Marshall, it's the same guy that directed the Hellboy movie.
Oh, really?
The one that just came out that
Wow,
I think is not great. Which apparently there was like a lot of production issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like plenty of studio interference, a lot of problems with stuff like that.
Huh.
Which like you can definitely see that the movie has problems, but I love it. I adore it. I feel it was a movie that was tailor-made for me. It has everything I love. It's directed by Neil Marshall, who I love. Has David Harbour, who I love. Has Ian McShane, who guess what I also love. And yeah, it is a hard R. It's not like a kind of R rated. It's like, oh, they say a couple bad words, a few blood spurts. It's insane.
Yeah, man. So there are other Hellboy movies out, right?
Yeah, there were two directed in the 2000s by Guillermo del Toro.
Okay, because I remember seeing a trailer for one of those where he punches a car and like flips over him or something. I just remember that.
That had Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
Okay.
Yeah, which like I think comparing David Harbour and Ron Perlman, because say what you want about the reboot, David Harbour is easily the best thing about the movie. I will say that I think Ron Perlman is a little bit better because he's far more charming in the role and likable. Okay. Which not to say Harbour's not likable. It's just like I feel like I remember Perlman's a little more.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. Yeah.
Nice. Cool, man. Well, anything else new before we get into it?
No, not really.
All right. Well, I guess I'll get the beverages.
Oh, yes, the bubbly.
So I've never had. Well, I'll wait on over there.
Oh yeah, this is not the same stuff I thought you were talking about.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see how.
It's nice and pink.
This worries me. Cans are
jeez,
bowing outward. Maybe I should open this over here. I love it says "Hey You" on the cap. So
Hey You.
I've got bubbly water. Bubbly is the brand, Bubly, and this is it's like it's no calories, no sweeteners. It's like a healthy, sparkling water, and this is grapefruit flavor. Now the lids are bowing out, so
yes,
hopefully they're not like super.
I might open mine over the sink.
Yeah, we're gonna open them over the sink because I have a new computer on this table. All right, I'll go first. All right. Oh, okay, maybe it's just dented then.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yours just explodes.
Alright, well,
bottom
cheers.
Never say cheers again. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, I don't know if you've ever had sparkling water before. Like, LaCroix is the other big sparkling water right now. I don't really care for LaCroix.
This tastes like I'm drinking TV static.
That's a really good way. Someone else, I had like a sugar-free root beer. So it's basically this, but root beer flavor. And they described it as dust flavored.
Yeah.
It's got like dust flavor. So, carbonated water with like some grapefruit added. I think that I like this better than any LaCroix I've had.
Yeah.
I'm generally not a sparkling water, but I think I'd sip on this. Like, it's
the all smiles part is an outright lie. There are no smiles here.
I don't see any smiles in the can.
Yeah, no, this is false advertisement.
But yeah. So, it's, for what it is, I think it's actually pretty good.
I
don't know that
I retain my statement I feels like I am drinking TV static.
Yeah, it's very plain with just a hint of grapefruit. Have you ever had just sparkling water, like club soda? Just on its
Yeah,
own?
it's awful.
Oh, it's terrible on its own.
Yeah.
And why is that? It's just carbonated, right? Like,
Well-
isn't that
well,
the only
'cause
thing
it's
about
like-
it? It doesn't have any flavors added to it by default, right? It's just carbonated water.
It's like I read like an article on this like long time ago. It's like something like the carbonate, and when you carbonate the water, it like brings out some kind of like chemical compound in it that like
it tastes like bitter or something.
yeah, it makes it like bitter.
Interesting, huh?
I could be grossly misquoting it. I'm not a science guy.
That seems reasonable enough. I mean, I'm sure that's why they have to add just tons of sugar to soda.
Yeah.
If you want soda, I have Verner's and Sprite down there too.
I'll
If you want
grab.
soda better.
I'll grab one
Okay.
later, maybe. All right, time.
Lovely.
We are the Wright brothers. But yeah, it's time to do what the Wright brothers do. We're gonna do some writing.
All right. Time to write.
All right. To writing prompts we go. I just typed into writing prompts we go in my search bar.
Oh, that's my favorite thing. Wow, man. Are you gonna be okay?
I am so into this. I am so ready.
Whoa, I feel like you would like this one. When you and your twin sister were born, your parents couldn't help but cry with your colorful and specifically shaped hair. Couldn't help but cry with your colorful and specifically shaped hair. It was clear you would suffer from MCS, main character syndrome, would have to spend your life avoiding beginnings of cliche adventures.
Oh my god. That's funny.
That's pretty cool.
A medical researcher makes a terrifying discovery. Paper cuts are happening more frequently and seem to be getting deeper. She gets up to inform the researcher in the next office and knocks over a pile of folders. The paper spills out across the floor, forming a circle that blocks her escape. Ugh.
Kind of funny.
The dark ages of the Pokemon world, before Pokeballs were invented. Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is interesting.
Also, something that really that has always bothered me about the Pokemon, especially with the show, they have meat in that world. They eat meat.
Whoa.
What is that? Do they slaughter Pokemon and process them into food?
Whoa. So I want to say that I remember there being like non-Pokemon fish before in Pokemon, but maybe I'm misremembering that.
Yeah, are all animals Pokemon?
I don't know. Also, you know all the references to like the Pokemon War?
No.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, there's references at least in the first game, to the Pokemon War, because I think it's Lieutenant Surge says like he references like battling in the Pokemon War, and you know the Lavender Town Tower?
Yeah.
Those are all like graves of dead Pokemon. And I think somewhere it says like from the war.
Oh
Yeah, there's like this brushed over reference to this like actual war and like Pokemon that died. They didn't just faint, they died.
Write an erotica of the last person you talked to and I talked about that in the first Wright Brothers episode.
Did, that's right.
Someone must whoever did that and wrote that on writing prompts, thank you very much.
Oh,
if you are a listener, if we have a fan out there, if someone actually listens to us, which means Sam, we're not just doing this for nothing anymore.
Gosh. Oh, this is kind of cool. For years you've spent your free time creating short stories. Slowly you begin to notice that the characters you create are appearing in your life. Dude, what if all the characters that appear are the characters from our writing prompts?
You want to have that like be a challenge where like we can only do characters that we ourselves have written.
Damn.
Do you want to do that?
Let's do that.
I want to do that.
Shit.
Oh boy.
That's actually really cool.
I'm gonna pull up all my. Oh, I already know what I'm doing. Oh boy.
Man.
You can bet your ass Teddy Berenstein.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's coming back.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And also, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, you can use my likeness since I was a character in your...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Dude, okay, I have an idea. We should, like, have installments of this story. Like, maybe every
like 7 or...
every 10 episodes.
I'm listening.
We, like... We have one central character in this. And, like, every 10 episodes, we just come back to this, and it's just like, it's another day in his life. And it's just like, all the stuff that happened in the first installment is still canon. But it's just like, this time, we can have, like, the older characters interact with the newer characters that we create.
Dude, I'm not opposed to that at all. That could be sick.
Dude, we should call the Fourth Wall Saga.
Sure.
Oh, dude.
Man, now I gotta come up with an actual, like... Here's the thing. How are we gonna do, how are we gonna do conflict? Is the conflict gonna be...
Some of our characters are kind of violent, and some are pretty passive.
That's true. So...
The goal... How about this? The goal, he can't let, like, anyone know that the characters are, like... Characters are from his story.
Okay, well, so my idea is a little different, and I won't tell you because I think it could be interesting. Are we allowed to... So is it dealing with us personally? Like, us actually?
Like, writing us as the main character?
Yeah.
In
our real life. Are we allowed to be in, like, a fantasy... Or are we allowed to have fantastical things happen to us?
Well,
like, can I be whisked away to...
I feel like if, like, characters from your short story come into life, yeah, we can do the mystical stuff, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll figure it out as I go, man.
Yeah.
So we'll start with us as the main characters, though, and then we'll go.
You want to start with us as the main?
Yeah,
character?
I think we should be the main characters.
Okay. Oh, dude,
This is awesome, man. I'm really pumped.
But yeah, no, we should make this like a separate saga on the channel. Have it be
Fourth Wall Saga.
the Fourth Wall Saga.
Okay.
Dude, I'm pumped.
This is wild.
I'm gonna grab a burner real quick.
Okay, sounds good. I'll get the timer set. Dude, I'm really pumped about this one. Okay. Shall we?
No.
1 hour. 3, 2.
Wait. How about 1 hour? Mix it up a little. No, wait. An hour and 1 minute.
You gonna do an hour and 1 minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because how many times have we said, oh, come on, I just need 1 more minute?
That's actually a good point. That's a good point. 1 hour, 1 minute.
All right.
Okay.
We're changing things up here.
Yeah, it's a whole episode of new things. Okay.
All right.
3, 2.
Wait. Okay, no, I'm just being a dick now.
3, 2, 1. Off we go. Shit, wait.
What?
So you're telling me on the next saga one, we are also a character that can be included.
Yes.
Because we're the characters in this
Oh, we are obliterating the fourth wall. Oh, it does not exist anymore.
Holy shit. Oh, okay, sorry.
We are the Meta Knights.
Dude, this is... This is... Okay, sorry. Back to it. This is wild. I've got to make a list of all the characters that I have access to.
Oh, I have all my short stories all pulled up already. Yeah.
Good thinking. I never freaking name any of my characters, though. That's the only downside. I gotta start naming them.
You can always just call them the psychiatrist. Well, it's like, who did you think of in your head?
Yeah. I mean, I'll call them... maybe I'll even assign them names now. But at the very least, they're different enough that I should be able to...
Yeah. So. Alright, also, pause the timer. Pause. Alright, so here's a question. Do you want to, have every time we do a fourth wall episode, do you want to have like its own contained little episode, make it episodic, or did you want to have like a branching thing? Like
I was gonna, man, I don't know. I guess it can be whatever you want.
all right,
I was gonna have like an event occur with some conflict and resolution, but then leave it open for future things to happen.
all right. How about this? We can do that. We can either like make it like an episode or like a long thing. The only thing we have to do is we have to have like an ending or like a segue. Like we can't just like stop in the middle of nowhere. So we can have like a little. We can have it to be continued.
Okay, yeah.
But we can't just like cut it off, like in the middle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Also, I think I just came up with a better name for it. This than the Fourth Wall Saga.
Yeah, what you got?
Beyond the Fourth Wall,
That's good.
or be either beyond or over the fourth wall.
Over the fourth wall. That's good, but it might be too deep of a cut reference to.
Yeah.
I like Beyond the Fourth Wall.
Yeah, Beyond the Fourth Wall.
Beyond the Fourth Wall.
All right, dude.
Oh, I think I finally got this, man.
You know, I've got the ending in mind. I know what I need to do.
Mine is you got 24 minutes, so I think I'm right on schedule for this.
Yeah, this might be a little shorter, or
yeah, there's a little more world building involved for this one for me than
yeah, this is probably not going to be the most exciting of our stories,
and that's okay. I think just the concept itself is enough to excite you.
Yeah. Plus, it's like people have got to wait for. People get invested in this. They got to wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Buckle up, boys and girls.
Buckle up, buckaroo.
Buckle up, Mom. It'll be a while.
Yeah, Mom. I think our
moms are probably our biggest fans.
Yeah. That's the dorkiest thing said, but hey, it's true. Love you, Ma.
Love you too, Ma.
My dad just sent me this. I introduced him to Snapchat. I think it's
what have you done?
about the worst thing I've ever done.
Oh my gosh.
My dad. And it's like a cheerleader filter. It's like he's doing a dance. It's just his face. You guys know how those work? And it's just like... My dad is a very, like... He's an older guy. And, like... It's indescribable.
It's something else, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's truly a dad thing.
Yeah, it's probably the most dad...
It's the most dad thing.
Yeah, most dad thing.
Yeah, because he's got like a deadpan expression, right?
Yeah, very...
It's like there's no smile. It's not like he's playing into the filters. It's just like a picture of him.
It looks like he just like was scrolling through the filters and then a screenshot was just randomly taken.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Ugh. That man is an enigma.
Oh, Dad. Okay, you ready?
Are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
All right. Finished.
Done?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Beyond the Fourth Wall, Episode 1.
Dude.
How much time do I have left? Is it double tap or?
No, it's a different brand. It doesn't have that. 2 minutes.
Nice. You see, that extra minute did help. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to?
I'll go. Yeah. I feel like I'll go first this time. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I always make you go first.
Nice.
Beyond the Fourth Wall, Episode 1. Thomas Edition. I awoke and sat straight up, gasping for air. I chugged down a glass of water sitting on my nightstand. The water washed away what felt like ash in my mouth. As I regained my senses, I saw the sunlight pouring into my bedroom window. Just a regular day. I looked at the time and saw that it was 9:30 in the morning. Fuck, I said to myself. I then leaped out of my bed and quickly got dressed. No, every time, I said to myself. I ran out of my house without eating or even combing my hair, and practically leaped into my car. I sped down the country roads, hoping I could make it. I parked my car and ran inside. The faces of my disgruntled coworkers were enough to kill a man, which I would honestly prefer at this point. Late again, Thomas. I know, I'm sorry. You can only say sorry so many times, dude. I threw on my apron and prepared to make some lattes. I can't believe I was late to work again. This had to be the 5th time this month. I was getting just as agitated with myself as my coworkers were. I don't know why, but I've been having a dream I can never remember what happens. I just always remember that I had it. For some reason, every time I had it, I just felt a little weaker than before. It was odd. A few hours went by. I had only been yelled at by one customer today for not accepting a coupon that expired 2 years ago. It was just kind of par for the course of working in a coffee shop. Then a man charged in with a gun. "This is a robbery!" he screamed. Everyone froze and threw their hands in the air. My manager, Michael, even let out a womanly scream. "My name is Vito Bertolucci. Hand over the money." "What did you just say?" There was no way. I must have been hearing things. He didn't have time to respond as police burst into the store. They didn't go for the robber, though, but instead went behind the counter and grabbed one of the other baristas. "Ma'am, you're under arrest." "For what?" she screamed. "We have evidence that you put butter on Pop-Tarts." Little shout out to a coworker.
Yeah, oh, I love that.
The police said as they dragged her away. The robber then started to sulk and walked out of the store. I ran out after the robber, but he was gone. Not a trace to be found. As soon as I got home, I opened up my computer. You see, I like to write these short stories, just for fun with my friend Sam. We had even made a podcast about it. Oh, beyond the fourth wall, we're destroying this motherfucker. Where was I? But this was aside the point. I opened up one of the files and read the name, Vito Bertolucci. He was a character from one of my short stories. His goal was to get sent to jail, but no matter what he did, whether it be robbing a store or burning down an orphanage, he couldn't get sent there. What on earth was going on? This wasn't just a coincidence. My best guess was that some weirdo listened to the podcast and was trying to mess with me, but what could they possibly gain from that? My concentration was broken as a shot was fired through my window. I fell to the floor. I felt blood streaming down the side of my face. I pulled out my phone and called police. "Hello, someone just fired a gun into my house." "I'm sorry, sir, but a woman we just arrested is kind of destroying the entire police station. We can't help you right now." I then heard a muffled scream in the background. "Putting butter on Pop-Tarts is completely fucking normal." The line dropped. The door then opened and shut. My attacker was inside now. I heard the loading of a hunting rifle as I crept to the back door. Shit. I tried to open it, but it was blocked from the outside. Whoever this was, they knew what they were doing. The footsteps of the intruder were getting closer. I had no choice. I ducked into the nearest closet and held my breath. He was right outside the closet door. I couldn't put my finger on it, but his footsteps sent it off. They had a strange kind of click to them. It didn't matter anyway. The door slowly opened and light filled the closet. I saw the barrel of a rifle peek its head in, and it was pointed straight at me. "Found you," said the man. Only, he wasn't a man. He was a deer. Dressed like a man. Walking and talking like a man. This was another one of my characters, standing in front of me, in the flesh, ready to shed my blood. But just then, the deer fell to the ground, dropping his weapon. He screamed in pain. I looked to the floor and saw yet another one of my characters. A smaller one, but still the most dangerous. "Looks like venison is back on the motherfucking menu," said Tedro Berenstein,
Hell yeah.
Teddy Bear Assassin. He jumped into the air and drop-kicked one of the deer's antlers clean off. He then grabbed the antler and stabbed the deer to death. The deer then lay lifeless.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I crawled out of the closet and looked in shock. Tedro turned around and looked at me whilst lighting up a cigar. "Kid, you are in some pretty deep shit." The end.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, that was so good.
Oh,
I love this so much. Oh my gosh.
I thought it at the very last thing, it's oh, the deer hunter.
I forgot about man.
But fucking Tedro Barons,
Dude.
I still think he is my best character.
Oh, I love that so much.
Oh,
Wow. That is so cool, man.
thanks, man. But yeah, like, I felt like this was kind of like, I feel like I set up a lot, but yet I didn't set up anything at all. This is like kind of me just being critical of my own writing, because like this is easily my shortest one. Like, yeah.
I mean, given what you've had to work with, I think you've got.
Because like I'm trying to set it up in like a basic like kind of. I'm trying to set it up in segments, and I feel like anything more would have been like too much.
Yeah. I think this is a good amount for a segment. Quite honestly, I think this is good for what you have. Yeah, dude. Ah, so sick.
But yeah, no. I'm still picturing because one of our coworkers, she introduced us to the heinous idea of putting butter on Pop-Tarts.
It's a weird idea. It's not the worst thing I've ever had, but it wasn't very. It's not something I'd do on my own.
Yeah, no.
You know?
No, absolutely not.
Man.
But yeah.
Dang, man.
And no, I'm just picturing her like fighting on hordes of policemen.
Oh, yeah, dude. That is...
It's hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. That's awesome. You gotta make sure she hears that.
Oh, yeah. If she would ever listen to the goddamn podcast.
Yeah. And now everyone who wants to watch has got to get all caught up so that they know who we're talking about and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, we're creating our own podcastian universe.
Dude, this is sick.
Yeah. Okay, man. Okay,
all right,
you ready
dude,
for mine?
your turn. Yeah. I'm so ready.
Okay, so I make this podcast with my buddy called The Wright Brothers. Basically, we just take an hour to write a short story based on a writing prompt that we've found. They've all turned out pretty well thus far, but now something weird has started to happen. It's kind of freaking me out. I'm writing this down to keep track of everything I've experienced so far. I still can't tell if I'm going crazy or not, so hear me out. I've seen a couple of my characters in real life, and I know that sounds crazy, but they weren't just people that resembled the characters. They were like the actual characters. Like yesterday, for example, I was hanging out, having a cup of coffee, and this guy just randomly sits down next to me and starts a conversation. I was polite and said hi and exchanged a few words, but as we got further along into the conversation, I quickly realized this personality matched the guy from the Flight episode. You know, the one where the guy gets all existential and stuff and buys that one-way ticket on the airplane? Yeah, that's this guy to the T. It was freaky, but it got even weirder.
Wait, but wasn't that character supposed to be you?
Yeah, well, that's why I got along with him so well.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I said it was like a lot of what I've been thinking about, but I never said character was me per se.
Okay.
I mean, there's similarities. It was freaky, but it got even weirder because he told me about that plane ride, and the whole conversation felt supernatural, like we had known each other for years. It wasn't until after I got home until I realized who it was. But then the next day, when I was at the supermarket, I overheard two people talking while I was waiting in the checkout line. One of the guys was tall and thin, the other was short and fat. The one was talking to the other about a new job he got, where all he did was sit in a dark room for the whole day. He mentioned how it was kind of getting to him. I knew that was the guy from the episode Blowing Smoke. I didn't approach him, though. Anyway, this stuff is getting weird. I don't know who I'm going to run into next. Also, I keep seeing Thomas around randomly, but then when I mention it to him at work, he doesn't remember being at that specific place at that specific time. I mean, he was in the Unbearable episode, so I guess this could be my character version of him. I don't know. I don't know how any of this even works. It's
oh my god, tell me and my character version meet up at some point.
You'll see.
Oh!
Okay, so I'm sitting at my computer now with a new friend of mine. He's the magician from the Top Hat episode. The dude's super cool. He was telling me all about these magical toads that jump 10 feet in the air that live near his house or something. Anyway, he said that he needs my help for something. We've talked at length about how he even exists, but he says that I have some sort of ability to create reality, so he wants me to utilize that to help him out. The demon Rygalath is back.
Oh,
yeah, I'm bringing back Rygalath.
Baby!
When he said that, I freaked out. Like, when I made up that creature, I pictured him in my head, and he was terrifying as all hell. I really didn't like the idea that he was real now. Shit, that means the whole moon creature exists now, too. Jeez, I've got to be more careful about what I write into existence. Anyway, the magician told me that Rygalath has transcended or something. The magician was evidently the first time he failed to catch his prey, so he's changed his methods. Thus, the book and the incantation that he used previously mean nothing. He said that we've got to figure that out for ourselves this time. So Rygalath has reappeared, and this time he's masquerading as a person instead of a top hat. Same deal with him slowly transporting his victims to his world, though. Apparently he's been taking people away left and right in the magician's world, so the magician found a spell to transport him here in search of me. How he heard of me, though, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, the primary objective is to banish Rygalath once again. While we figure this whole situation out, the magician is staying at my apartment. He's been filling me in on Rygalath's transgressions. It seems that he can take the form of someone he's killed and attach himself just by putting his fingers on the people's temples. Once he does that, there's no escape, at least none that we know of yet. So the magician told me under no circumstances to let anyone near my head, unless we can be absolutely sure they aren't Rygalath. He also doesn't appear to have the knowledge of people he's killed, so we can always check by asking the person something that only they would know. Beyond that, we have no idea how to stop him. There's a break. Fuck, he got me.
Wait, what?
I'm writing now with his fingers on my temples. I've been to his world only once so far, though. So I should have at least a couple hours.
So wait, Rylagath just found you?
He got me, yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm writing this from the perspective of, I'm writing it on my computer, so I'm only checking in when I have my computer.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so everything's like a documentary of like, I got home, I got to my laptop, I'm filling in on this. So, I've only been to his world once so far, though, so I should have at least a couple hours left, according to the magician. Because if you remember in that story, it would double or shorten in time by half, or whatever. Here's what happened. I was eating dinner with Thomas at Panda Express, and I knew it was him because we both performed checks on each other to make sure that we hadn't been taken by Rygalath. He got up and went to the restroom, and when he came back, he started joking around about my hat using that damn baby voice he always does. And he put his hands up to my head, but his fingers dug into my temples. And as I looked up, everything changed.
Wait, did I just die?
The sky through the windows went from
Did I just die?
To black, colored slightly maroon by the red moon that replaced the sun.
Did little baby Sam just kill Thomas off?
In front of me no longer stood Thomas, but the winged creature Rygalath, staring at me with his big soulless eyes and an eerie smile. Everything snapped back, and I knew I had to get home as soon as possible. Luckily, Rygalath has transformed back into the top hat once again to maintain this hold on my head more easily, so I was able to head straight back to my apartment to write this. I don't know if I'll survive or how, but that's all I've got for now. The magician has a plan, though, but I don't know if it's going to work. Here goes nothing. And that's it.
That was great, but you son of a bitch, did you just kill me?
Here's the thing. Because I forgot to add this, and I was totally going to. We don't know if you're dead. We only know that a version of Thomas is dead. And we don't know if it's the you or my version of you. Yeah, because in my mind, it's my version of you. Like, it's going to be the you from the story. So you went to the bathroom. Rygalath, who took my version story of you, was hiding behind or in the wall, like near the wall or like outside, and came back in place of you, pretending to be you.
Oh, this is getting fucky.
Yeah,
You're
right?
fucking mine.
Yeah, man. Man, I love this. I love this so much.
This is great.
This is so
Beyond
great.
the Fourth Wall. It's going to be one of the great literary epics. Dude. What if, like, somewhere down the road, our stories, like, intersect?
Oh, shit.
Because, like...
Dude, this is wild. Like, we're each... It's like, collectively, we have the Wright Brothers universe. Then within that, you and I each have our own universes of our stories. And so you're saying our universes are going to intertwine with each other?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
Wow.
this is going to get pretty fucky in here.
Oh, man. I love this so much, dude. Okay.
We're the best writers.
Well, that we are.
All right. Beyond the Fourth Wall,
Episode 1.
Episode 1 of the Wright Brothers Beyond the Fourth Wall edition, episode 1. Part
right.
1.
And well, I guess that's all we've got for today.
Yeah.
So
this, as always,
this
has
has
been the Bond
Wright
Brothers.
What? All right. Goodbye. Okay, so we're recording this a couple weeks in the future because of planning and everything, but we have officially decided that this is the end of Season 1.
Yes. Don't worry, season 2 will be literally next week.
Yeah, we're not even going to have a break. It's just coming right back.
Yeah, we're just trying to be more official than we actually are.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to
season
1 of
The Wright Brothers.
Wow, man, got it right.
Yeah, we did.
It's a meaningful moment.
Anyway, this has been The Wright Sisters.
Okay,
God.
There it is.
No! Alright.
We'll be back with season 2 next Saturday.
Oh, and, hang on.
12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Rim Time.
Pacific Rim Time. Wait, no, we're not on Pacific. Wait, Pacific Atlantic. No, we're not on Pacific. We're at Central Eastern, or on Eastern Standard Time.
What about Western Standard Time?
I don't know. That's Pacific Standard.
But, we hope you enjoyed Beyond the Fourth Wall. That will be our season capper.
Yep. Part 2.
The rest of time.
Yeah, part 2. You'll get episode 20, so buckle in.
Buckle up.
You got a little bit of waiting to do.
Well,
but to be fair,
all the best things come to those who wait.
And that's true. And realistically, I mean, we're getting 2 months in, so every 2 months you get 2.5 months. So every 2.5 months you get another Beyond the Fourth Wall, as long as we do it weekly, which we should. I think we'd be fine too. So, I mean, you'll get like 4 episodes in the year. That's not bad. 4 parts.
Yeah, 4 parts in a year.
That's a reasonable thing.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Yep.
This has been the Wright Brothers.
Oh wait, we're actually going to say
we already did that already.